No gimmicks, no catchphrase. Let us begin. Alright, so sometimes I know I may come off as laid back through video. That's because I'm trying to focus. Alright, but sometimes I have my episodes where I get a bit manic and I've just internalized everything instead of taking it one by one. That's when I let the day hit me before I tackle it. So these things happen, and the suicidal energy that was dormant within me comes to the forefront, and it strangles me, suffocates me at times. And I dealt with that yesterday morning after a night of drinking, and I think that my days of drinking, I don't want to say it's coming to an end per se, but it's the allure for it is not really there for me anymore. It was just something to fill a void when I didn't feel like doing any other work. But anyway, yesterday I had to do the work, which is the premise of this video, is the reason why I made this video. Because I decided that I was going to, instead of living in that feeling, instead of dwelling, I was going to be proactive, and I was going to go out there and hustle. And then I realized that hustling is the answer to a lot of things. Now, if ever somebody's dealing with depression, I always say speed it up. If you're dealing with anxiety, slow it down. You know what I'm saying? But even with anxiety, because it basically means it's excited negative cousin, or dark cousin, or I should say, So that's how I always look at it. But anyway, hustling, putting yourself into a meditative state by focusing on what's right there in front of you, focusing on the bigger picture, focusing on why you're even doing this, why you are even doing this. So when you see somebody who commits a heinous crime, and you say, like, why would he do that? It's sick, it's vicious. Oftentimes, there was a reason. Like, why would somebody rob you? It's not just because they love to do that. I mean, not too many people love doing it. It doesn't really make you feel good, and it has bad karma. But you do it because you think that's your necessity. You think that's what you have to do. Or however you think. I know somebody thinks like that. I don't think like that. I don't try to rob people. Even when I'm at my worst, I'm not trying to bring people into the problem with me. I'm trying to, say, look, you don't want to be a part of this. This is what you can do to not even have to deal with it at all, man. Like, I would encourage you to seek better. I don't want anybody to be a part of any bit of misery that I have. So I chose to transmute my energy. I do all of these things in my life to reach optimal lifestyle. Read, meditate, write, exercise, intermittent fast, all these things that I've tried, cold showers. I do these things to make my life better. So in moments where I have the choice to make my day better, even if you feel paralyzed, somebody like me, I can't make an excuse as to why I can't get up out of bed and turn my day around. So very quickly did I realize, because one of the things that I do is resell books. So going to these stores, these thrift stores, these libraries, and interacting with kind people who don't mean you any harm. Those are one of the least places you're probably gonna find any trouble. The library and the thrift store. Like, everybody's feeling good in both of them things. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's just good, man. You run into other hustlers. I always like that when I'm on YouTube, I get to listen to hustlers talk. I listen to JT Hustles. You should check him out if you want to work for yourself. Just be in the mindset of an entrepreneur, especially as a young person. Because he's 29, I'm 28. He got a 1-year-old or something like that, and so do I. So That's cool. Definitely got to tune in to JT Hustles. He's helped me out a lot, man. Really helped me with my mindset. But yeah, just to be in that frequency. But here's the thing, and I should have said this much sooner. But see, hustling is not enough. You got to hustle for yourself. So if I say, yeah, you got to hustle, but you already working in construction. You already working for the boss, man. 60 hours, 70 hours a week, even 40 hours. That's not what I mean. It could help. It could help if you like your job, yeah, for sure. But if you don't, then obviously something else is going to have to change. Hustling may not be the answer for you in that regard. It may be the answer for you. I mean, it'll definitely be the answer for you in another regard. Because when you work for other people, man, like most people. I mean, I won't say most people, but a lot of people that I've come in contact with who's in a position of authority, they don't know how to use it. It's more so like I'm number one, you're number two. Just like really trying to express such great dominance because I get paid more than you, and I get to decide if your children are going to eat or not. And that's not my mentality at all. Like I'm very reluctant to actually be somebody's boss, but I see that I'm going to have to be in the near future just because of expansion reasons. But I don't have to play it that way. Alright? Because I understand the bullshit life throws at you. I understand we just want to find our ways, make a better life, you know, take care of our families, grow, move on, all those things. So if you working with me, man, like sometimes I can be a big critic, but I'm not about to be like, look, I'm better than you. I'm superior to you, and you need to bow down to me. I mean, do your job. That's it. But it ain't like what the fuck. But anyway, I'm just saying one of the blessings that I have. I mean, I have many when I really sit down and think about it. I'm not religious, but I call it blessings. Just things that I'm just grateful to have. It's just the fact that I just don't have to work for anybody else right now. You know what I'm saying? Because for years, man, for years, even when I wasn't making any money, working for myself and things like that's always been my frequency. I've been thinking about that for like 10 years. For 10 years, I've been trying to find ways to make money outside of having a job, like for years, and I got nowhere for a long time, man. Spent a lot of time not having any money, feeling sorry for myself, no job, it's just things like that at certain moments, man. But like here we are now, and when I'm talking about the law of probability, I'm talking about feeding your brand. You got to keep churning it out. Like I'm kind of disappointed in myself that I have not been that consistent with YouTube. Some of you may say I have been because I got a video that kind of went viral, and I put out 90 something videos since April. But like man, I just feel like I left some meat on the bone, so I'm just gonna keep hitting y'all. Hopefully, I have at least 150 videos by the end of the year, maybe 200. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start collaborating with a lot of people, and that's gonna be a part of the hustle. Like I'm gonna get other people to hustle with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just bringing people along. It's just like it's gonna be beautiful, man. Like this is where I grow. And I hate to be one of those people, man, but 2020 is gonna be a very great one. That's kind of why I haven't really put too much oomph into like how I put out these videos, because like I'm just kind of just opening the doors for people to come in, be a part of this community, be a part of my family. And just build, keep hustling for y'all. Just try and put out the best information I can put out. Not waste y'all time. Direct you to the knowledge that I can't necessarily give you. You know what I'm saying? Be a facilitator. It so right now it's all good. And again, man, like I'm just gonna wrap this up right now, so I can start talking about some other stuff. But hustle, all right. If you find yourself beaten down to the lowest you ever felt, you feel like you're in a very dark place right now. Take some time aside, meditate, and journal, and ask yourself what can you do for yourself? What's the home run? Now, I'm a fan of getting on base, but what's the home run? You know what I'm saying? What's gonna take you away from all of this? You gotta just plan, prepare. see things that aren't there, that you gotta make yourself insane in that regard, man. Like, you just gotta have a vision, man. So one common thing that I realized, man, a lot of people who did end up getting successful. So I mean, two things, man. First of all, like I've been talking about, man, they hustle their ass off, and second, a lot of the things they do don't even seem like they make sense because it doesn't, it doesn't register to you because it doesn't mirror what's the norm. So you got to get away from that mindset. Anything that's everything that's of the norm, everything that's popular, everything that's traditional, you need to question that the most because it can become a subconscious thing. You don't think about it, you just keep doing it. You just and you can't get a lot of things aren't very much sustainable. You know what I'm saying? I make this argument many times. It's just like, you got away with eating unhealthy food when you were younger, but now that you're older and your blood vessels are thinning out, and you're not as active and things like that, you are affected in a different way. But that's regardless of the fact. While you are able-bodied, able-minded, you just take all that you can and put it towards something that can grow, something that has that option. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about how you can get paid and how you can get by. We talking about something that we can leave behind, legacy, generational wealth, man, just wisdom, just like leave it all behind, or you're gonna be sad. You're gonna be extremely sad when it's all said and done, man. Like, you have a lot of things in you that are dormant, that aren't negative. There's an artist waiting to hop out of you. There's a hustler, a businessman, a woman, or just a leader inside of you, and you keep suppressing them because you care about what other people may say. Let me tell you something. I also care about what people may say about me, okay? Like, when I make these videos, I just throw myself out there, man. Sometimes I don't rehearse at all. I'll take notes sometimes. I haven't been doing that lately, man. I'm just coming straight from the rawness. I don't even have a shirt on right now. Somebody could mock me for that, but it's all good, man. It's all about adding, like, I'm not spending my time wasting, I'm not wasting my time worried about people who are just trying to subtract. When it comes to the hustle, it ain't no subtracting. Unless we talking about the overhead fees. And I know about that. For real. I know about putting myself into a hole and digging myself out. Like, that's the answer. Like, I don't care how much money I got right now. Because if money's flowing in, money's going, it doesn't matter. Because it's all going towards the greater good. And that's the hustle. An object that stays in motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty simple, man. I really bought into that, and I also bought into the law of probability. Just keep putting out that fire in everything that you do. In everything that you do, even if you look crazy doing it. Because that's how you're going to win, betting on yourself. It's crazy to bet on yourself. Let me tell you how I know it's crazy. Go to the casino. Go to the casino and try to bet on yourself. You can't. You're not accustomed to betting on yourself. What this team going to do? What this player going to do? Who gonna be a president? Like, you voting on other people, you know what I'm saying? You betting on other people when you get to bet on yourself. Oh, I'm starting my business right here, man. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to meet up with new people. I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna make calls. I'm gonna send messages, whatever. But that's all, man. That's gonna be the answer to a lot of your problems. So I hope you got something out of this. Like and subscribe.